So Angel, um, so there's no way around this. This is a shit show going on this weekend. This is a circus. Um, but we're involved in the circus, man. We are the ringleaders, so to speak. We've covered this story since day one. We've covered the Paul's boxing journey since day one, both of them. I mean, you and I mean, you bought the KSI Logan Paul first card.
Way back when.
Way back when. I was at your house for the second one. Now Logan's making his return to the ring. We'll talk about Jake Paul's announcement near the end of the show. But man, Logan Paul, the 0-1-1 boxer, 6'2", around probably 190, taking on the greatest boxer of our generation, Floyd Money Mayweather, probably 155, soaking wet, in an 8-round exhibition. No winner will be officially announced, however, unless it's in the event of a knockout. 10-ounce gloves, no headgear. First of all, what are your thoughts on the rule set, man? What is kind of like, I mean, we talked about like excitement level. We talked about it before kind of the rules got announced, man. What is your excitement level now that the rules have been announced? Given everything that has been going down this fight week, their promotion title and the promotion by Showtime, what's your thoughts going in, and what's your kind of your excitement level?
You know, I'm interested. You know, I'm interested to see what happens. Obviously, you're buying it for the what if factor. That's something I always try to make clear. You know, you're not in this because you think it's going to be a great match and it's going to be this back and forth war or some impressive performance. I mean, it's not a, you know, when it's not a pro bout for one, it's an exhibition. The rules clearly state that. Obviously, no judges, no scoring. Obviously, that also the 12-ounce gloves, no headgear, and no official winner. In 8 rounds, which is still a lot of rounds, I think, even for an exhibition. Not always felt that way with exhibitions. But yeah, man, I'm interested. You know, I'm interested to see what happens. Obviously, you know, I think I could bet my house on Floyd every single time and feel so safe that I could bet my other family member's house on it and feel even more safe. This is it's ridiculous how comfortable I could be, you know, betting my life savings, my house, my family, my organs, betting absolutely everything on Floyd.
Crypto.
Yeah, that's my dog. Like it's you know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, you kind of said there, you're buying it for the what if factor. Can this kid who's been training for 3 years, who is 18 years maybe younger, 4-inch height difference, 30 to 40 pound weight difference. It's pretty insane, man. I mean, it is an event, it is a spectacle, it is a shit show, but we're all kind of tuning in for it. And I see people say, "Oh man, nobody cares about the fight." People care about the fight, bro. This fight is going to do much bigger numbers than almost any UFC card will this year, with the exception of probably a Conor fight. Nonetheless, man. I guess we can just go ahead and talk about the main event itself, and then we'll go down the card. Because I feel like the main event preview is going to be probably 6 seconds. Floyd Mayweather, Logan Paul. Do you think that there's any possibility, do this Deadliest Warrior style? Do you think there's any possibility for him to go ahead and actually get the win? Like, if they ran this 100 times, what is the probability?
Is that how many times they ran it in the Deadliest Warrior? 100 times?
I think so. I think it was 100.
Well, if they ran it 100,000 times, maybe. I think Logan wins in one of them.
Okay, so one in 100,000. Do you think we're living in that reality?
If we are, holy fuck, we do live in a simulation. I mean, the only possible way Logan wins this if he touches Floyd with the cleanest shot he has ever been hit by, which that in and of itself is such an unlikely thing. Because when was the last time Floyd was touched kind of even a bit or even dropped? Or has he ever been dropped?
Technically, he's never been dropped, but Judah, I don't remember if it was Zab Judah or Shane Mosley. They pretty much dropped him. Yeah. But it wasn't counted. So, I mean, that was probably like one of the last times he was actually hit.
You know, and if you have like a more experienced younger guy and you put him in this position, I think they have a more likely chance because of the weight. Obviously, the advantage. Like there's a lot of factors that benefit Logan here, but that won't be a factor because he's not at that level. You know what I mean? Because if he was a pro with 15 fights, and was a known, heavy hitter, had some understanding of angles and leveraging his weight, I'd be like, Logan has a really good chance, because of his age, his strength, his height, his weight, like all of that. If he knew how to properly use that, which is very unlikely that he does against the guy who has some of the best understanding of how to move in the ring and angles and distance and countering. I mean, I could see Logan maybe doing it, but it's so unlikely that he'll probably get outboxed for all the rounds. I think Floyd will carry it, obviously, for the entertainment value. Like, he'll carry it for a round or two. He might even gauge it. I think, let's say hypothetically he gets hit and he's like, fuck, okay, not a good idea to get hit by this kid. Yeah. Not because he's a good boxer, but just because I'm feeling it. Let me start moving around and let me start getting it. Because I don't know if he can knock out Logan. I feel like you can knock him down with body shots repeatedly, and especially where there's knockdowns allowed. I think Logan could go down twice in multiple rounds. Floyd could be like, okay, I'm going to knock him down twice this round. Okay, I'm going to knock him down twice next round. All right, I'm going to knock him down, and then now I'm going to definitely just go at him this round, Yeah. I could see that definitely happening in this match, which I think is a more likely thing. He'll carry it for 1 round, 2 rounds, unless Logan shows him something where he's like, don't like being touched by this guy. Let's just end it.
And look, I mean, that's kind of historically, I mean, we've seen Floyd in these kind of weird freak show fights these last years. I mean, the Conor one you could kind of sell yourself on because it's like, oh, it was a real boxing match. I mean, this is gonna count professionally. Conor is a 2-weight champ at the time, so on and so forth. You kind of buy yourself into that idea. The tension thing, so he took that one kind of seriously. Tension though, I mean, he went out there. It seemed like he was probably gonna carry it, and the tension landed. Like I said, he landed a shot, and Floyd went, oh fuck this. And then he went for the knockout. He went for the kill on this 120-pound kid, and he knocked him out. So we'll see what happens here, man. I think it's probably what you said. I think he's probably going to carry it unless Floyd feels like one hard shot, and he's like, oh, man, fuck this. And he's just going to end up – here's the thing, right?
Floyd's going to be like, oh, shit, I'm actually 40 years old.
I'm actually 44 and have not fought in a real fight in 5 years. And here's the thing, like you said, if Logan was if Logan had potentially if he had 6 years experience rather than 3, I'd probably take him. You know what I mean? Because it's people always like, oh, I've seen Floyd. Some of it's his part. Oh, I've seen Floyd beat up bigger dudes in the gym. Like, yeah, probably prime pretty boy Floyd. Probably that dude. But this is 44-year-old Floyd Mayweather.
I mean, he's a human being. You could lose to a bigger guy just because he's just young, athletic, and strong.
Exactly. If you put a dude of Logan's size and stature and he had 6 years of experience rather than 3, yeah, I'd probably pick him over Floyd.
Actually, scratch that. We throw in the current, light heavyweight champ in there. Actually, no, and not even that, cruiserweight, because cruiserweight's 190, right? Is it cruiserweight?
Yeah, but not even that though. I mean, I think you need to be champ. I think you take probably the 30th ranked dude.
Well, I'm just saying, so we pick the best guy. We throw in Arthur Betterbeeve in there.
He'd kill him.
Or Dimitri Bivol. I think he could. He probably finish Floyd just because Floyd's older and because he has such a big weight advantage and because the guy's a world champion currently.
Yeah, I mean that's why there's a reason why weight classes exist. And this is an interesting fight for that reason alone, because it's how much does weight matter? And if Logan tries to go out there, if he just tries to go out there and just box him straight up,
fuck no.
You might as well just go ahead and throw in the towel, dude. There's no point. And
I mean, he could come in with a smart game plan where he could be like, okay, I need to, walk him down, not get hit, bend the rule. Well, yeah, but walk him down, which is very fucking unlikely because Floyd has really good footwork. But use my 190 pounds, clinch a lot, weigh on him, make him tired because he's older. Obviously, his cardio is not going to be better,
Land shots in the clinch.
Land shots in the clinch, out of the clinch, right? Coming out of the clinch, shit like that. If he was, a more talented guy, right? Because that would be the ideal game plan. Because he's bigger, he has an advantage. Make Floyd tired, make those arms heavy, try to slow down his movement, and look for your big shots, towards the body, towards the head, not head hunt, obviously. But he's not going to do any of that. And if he does, well, fuck me, for not doing any better. But yeah, that would be the ideal game plan if you were a more established guy with more credentials. But that's so unlikely to happen. Actually, not so unlikely. It's not going to happen.
And the thing is like it's important to note here, Logan Paul, and this is going off of the 2 fights he's had, right? Jake Paul, I mean these people constantly mix them up, especially if they're like they don't really know they don't know the YouTube style like we do.
Oh, dude, it's actually kind of funny though how often it happens.
All the time. But so Jake, if you guys don't know, Jake's an aggressive guy. He'll walk forward. He'll try to land the big right hand. He's not the most defensively savvy guy. I mean, Ben Askren fucking tagged him, right? Like he's got bloodied up by Deji, Gib drew blood. Like he's an aggressive guy.
Granted though, he's also evolved from those fights too. You also gotta think about it.
But I'm talking like his general fight style. He's willing to get hit.
Yeah, he's willing to get hit, which is okay. Early on, when you're learning and you're young and you can take a hit, it's not the worst thing. Obviously, it's not ideal, right? Yeah. But you take one to give one, and sometimes you have to, and it was against some guys. Sometimes it's so hard to engage with them. You have to go in, take a hit, and obviously follow it up with your own counter, your own combination.
Mm-hmm. Of course, however, the big difference between Logan and Jake that's gonna get to, Logan not that dude. This is good judging off of the KSI second fight, and because in the first KSI fight, he only had 3 months of experience, something like that. Dude looked great. I mean, he was tagging him. He looked great. He looked athletic. He looked like he had power, and he was styling on him in the first 3 rounds. Then he gassed out, and he got his ass kicked. And then after that, in the second fight against KSI, he was super hesitant, which what I mainly assume and attribute to, because he gassed out before, and he doesn't want to have to go through that again. Just because, like, this being
it's a
tired,
shitty feeling.
taking shots, like, and there's nothing you can do to control that. He's probably gonna. I don't think he's gonna go out there and go for the kill because of what happened in that first fight. So he's. I don't know, man. If this were Jake in here, it'd probably be a lot more interesting in my opinion. But because it's Logan, like I said, if they ran this 100,000 times, Logan maybe wins one. I don't think we're living in that